All right. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Today we have an extraordinary guest, Leslie Samuel, a biology geek, an anatomy professor, and a true online marketing expert. Leslie is the creator of becomeablogger.com and head of training at Social Media Marketing Society. So in a moment, Leslie will show us how to sell an online course with GetResponse Autofunnel. But let's just wait a few more seconds so that everyone can join us in the room. And in the meantime, let me know if the sound quality is okay. Okay, so please type in the chat if you can hear me well. Okay, cool. Lawrence, hi. Rick, Anand. Thanks, guys. Okay, cool. So now I know that the sound is all right, and we can move on. So, where are you joining us from? Michigan, Katie. Okay, Florida. Cool. Charlotte, UK, Florida. Okay. Cool. Great. Nice to see you guys. I'm so happy that you're here. Okay, so before we move on, let me go over a few housekeeping items. So, my name is Irek, and I'm here today with Natalia. Together, we'll moderate the discussion and do our best to answer all your questions. The webinar will take approximately 45 minutes. And if you have any kind of question that is relevant to Leslie's presentations, feel free to type it in the chat. If there is some time left after the presentation, we'll have a quick Q&A session, which Leslie will answer any questions that pop up in your head during the webinar. As usual, we're recording the webinar and we'll send you an email with the link to the video in the next few days. So, okay, without further ado, I'm passing the mic to Leslie.
All right. Hello, everyone. I am so excited today to talk to you about what we're here to talk about, right? We're here to talk all about how to sell an online course with GetResponse Autofunnel. I see we have all kinds of people here in all over the world, and that excites me. We've got Geet in Delhi. We've got Fabrizio in Rome. We've got Dalia in Egypt. We got people in the USA. We got Robert in Austria. We got Juan Carlos in Bucaramanga. I am excited that so many of you are joining us today. I want to kind of give you an idea of what we're going to talk about. First, we're going to talk about why you should even be thinking about launching an online course. What's the big deal? Why online courses? Then we're going to get into why you should use GetResponse Autofunnel to do it. And you're going to be fascinated to see how easy this new system makes setting up and launching your online course. And then we're going to talk about how to set it all up. Like, we're going to go through the step by step. I'm going to talk about some templates that you can use so that we can make it as easy as possible. So if you're excited to learn about online courses right now, really quick in the chat, just say yes. I want to see if you're excited to get into this, or if it's just me that's excited. All right, Grace says yes, Debbie says yes, Bernard says yes, Ian says yes, Debbie says yes, Emma yes, Jay yes, please. Sergio is saying yes with all caps. We're all excited. Okay, awesome. Since you are excited to learn about it, I think we can do this webinar today. All right. Now, you're probably wondering, who in the world is this guy that is here all excited to talk to you about launching your online course? Well, my name is Leslie Samuel, and I got into blogging back in 2008. Initially. And just to tell you a little bit about my story, in 2009, I started a biology blog because I was a high school, the yeses are still going like crazy in the chat. I love it. I started a biology blog because I was a high school science and math teacher that wanted to be a university professor, but I didn't have a PhD. So I said, you know what? I'm going to start it online. I'm going to start my biology blog, and I'm going to teach exactly what I wanted to teach. And I started it, and it started to grow, and all kinds of amazing things happened as a result of that blog that I started. One of the most amazing things that happened as a result of that biology blog is it landed me a job as a university professor, which makes me even more excited about what blogging can do for people and how what we do online can have a real impact on our day-to-day lives. And now I am the guy at Become a Blogger who is basically teaching people, how do you do that? How do you start an online business using a blog, sell courses, and all of that stuff? How do you actually go about doing that? And that is what I focus my energy on today. So the question is, why should you launch an online course? Why sell an online course? Well, first of all, I have a question. My question to you is, have you ever taken an online course? If the answer to that is yes, you already know what to do. Just type yes in the chat. Have you ever taken an online course? We got Nancy, we've got Anant, we've got Walid, we've got Grace, we've got Ursula, we've got James, Michael, we got Tom, all of you saying yes, a number of us have taken online courses. I've only seen one no so far and a ton of yeses. I'm seeing Anant is saying many times, not just one, but he's taken many times. Oh man, I'm with you because I'm one of those people that have taken many online courses. But the question still is, why should you? Because we know that you are taking courses, but why should you consider launching one yourself? Well, first of all, you're an expert at something. You're good at something. It may not be biology. It may not be blogging. It may be cooking. It may be dancing. It may be exercise. It may be whatever, but you are an expert at something. And what do I mean by that? You know more about something than someone else does. And as a result of that, you can teach that to someone else. And you can do it online. Here's the thing. Others want to know, they want to learn what you know. That thing that you're already good at, that thing that is a part of your day-to-day life, they want to learn that. And there's a significant amount of convenience for the students that are taking it. Now, I don't know about you in terms of why you've taken online courses, but I'm taking an online course right now about Instagram. And I love it because I'm going to be traveling and I can still take that online course while I'm traveling. So there's a significant amount of convenience in it for students. And of course, we're doing this as a business, and online courses is a great way for you to make an income for you and for your business. Here's the beauty of online courses. Once you've created the course, you can sell it. And once you've created it, you can sell it over and over and over and over. And that's a great way to be to make an income online for yourself and for your business. But here's the thing. Creating an online course, creating the course, we think it's a lot of work, but that's actually the easy part, right? Okay, now it's done. But now we have to sell it, and selling the course is actually the challenging part, especially if you don't have a system for doing it. And fortunately, you're on this webinar today, which means you're gonna learn about a system to sell your online course. And the system that we're going to be using, of course, for this presentation is the GetResponse Autofunnel. You've probably heard about this feature, but if you haven't heard about the feature, you're going to know all about it after this webinar and how it can make this whole process so much easier for you. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. Now, whether you're using Autofunnel or not, you're still going to get a ton of value from this presentation in terms of how you set everything up and how you can sell your online courses. But if you're using the Autofunnel feature, it's going to make it that much easier. So let's talk why GetResponse Autofunnels. First of all, it's just a one-stop shop. It handles every step of the process. You don't need to tie together a bunch of different services. What I also love about it is that it's simple. Like, it's really simple in order to set it up, and you're going to see how simple it is in this presentation today. But don't let the simplicity fool you. It's simple, yet extremely powerful. Now, here's the thing. When you're setting up an online course and you want to have a system for selling it, you want to have a funnel for selling it. Typically, you might have a sign-up page, right? You have a sign-up page, and maybe you're using one service to generate a landing page that's going to get people to opt in to get your free lead magnet, your free gift. And then That's one service. And then you have another service that you're using. It may be GetResponse. It may be something else. And you're using this to send your autoresponder emails, right? Because you want to nurture these subscribers and introduce them to your product. And maybe you have another service for that. And then, of course, you have to create a sales page, right? A sales page so that people can come there and find out about your product or your service. And maybe you're using another service for that because, you got to tie all these different things together and it gets kind of complicated. Like you're patching a bunch of stuff, but no more. This is how you make money. Yes, but no more. You don't need all of these different systems. Why? Because if you're using GetResponse and especially using the Autofunnel feature, you have it all. And it's all in one place. And that is your Autofunnel. What you're looking at right now is an example of an Autofunnel. And you can see, you can create a sign-up page, the emails, you can create a sales page, a confirmation page, and it tracks everything from beginning to end when it comes to selling your online course. Okay, so this is why I believe that GetResponse Autofunnel is a great, easy, simple way but still powerful so that you can create and sell your online courses. All right, so now that we have that out of the way and we want to get into how to do it, but before we actually set this all up, we've got to do a few things. Number one, we have to do some research because one of the problems that a lot of marketers have is that they hear that it's a good idea to create a course and they start thinking about what they should do, what kind of course to sell, and they create this course. But nobody cares, right? Nobody wants it, right? And that is a problem. That is exactly the opposite of what we want. So it's time to do your research. And in your research, there are some questions that I want you to ask. Question number one, what pressing problem does your target customer face? Think about your target customer. Think about the people in your audience. Think about the people that are subscribed to your email list. What problem are they facing? Is it that they're trying to start a blog? Is it that they're trying to pass their biology class? Is it that they are trying to become a better cook so that they can impress their spouse? Whatever the case may be, what pressing problem does your target customer face? And are they willing to pay for information to help them solve that problem? These are the questions that I want you to ask. Now, there are ways for you to find the answers to these kinds of questions. And here's how you can go about doing it. Number one, you can just survey your audience, right? Let's say you have an audience, you have an email list, people that are engaging with your content on the interwebs. You can just send out a survey and you can ask them, what are you struggling with? When it comes to accomplishing your goal in my industry, whatever your industry is, what are your biggest problems, your most pressing problems where that is concerned? If you could wave a magic wand and get one problem solved when it comes to whatever it is your industry is, what problem would you eliminate? All right, so just go to them and ask them. Don't just guess. Right? When you start guessing is when you start messing up. Now, another thing you can do is you can just reach out to your ideal target customers, right? You can reach out to them via email. You can call them up on the phone. One of the most powerful ways to get actionable insight is by actually calling people up and having a conversation. And when you have that conversation, you just ask them, hey, what are you struggling with when it comes to, in my case, it'd be when it comes to building your blogging business, when it comes to driving traffic to your blog, what are your struggles? And when they answer the question, dig a little deeper. You want to get to what they're struggling with and also what they would be willing to spend money on. And would they be willing to spend money if they could get a solution to that problem? Now, one of the things that always happens whenever I mention stuff like, surveying your audience, maybe emailing your lists and asking them and so on, a lot of people end up saying, okay, but yes, Leslie, I hear you, but what if I don't have an audience? Is there any hope for me? Well, of course there is. You can still do research. I want to show you how you can use a Facebook groups that you're a part of or that your community, the people that are in your niche are engaging in. I want to show you how you can use one clever tactic to find out what problems people have. You go to a Facebook group and you search for one specific thing. This right here is a clever tactic. You ready for it? All right. So I teach people how to blog. And there's a Facebook group that I'm a part of that is a pro blogging group. So I went to the group and I did exactly this. It's so simple, but so powerful. Search for the words "how do" and put that within a quotation marks. What this is going to do is it's going to bring up all of the posts in that group, especially if it's an active group where people are asking, how do I do this? How do people do such and such? Look at these examples. How do you build a portfolio? I ask because I mostly journal. Another question here. How do I find other people's blogs that I can comment on? How do most bloggers go about this? Whatever it is they're talking about, writing some freelance articles with someone, what is the best way to send an invoice? So these are all questions that people are asking. And when I did this search, I literally found hundreds of questions that people are asking related to my niche. So are you a part of some of these Facebook groups? Whatever is related to your niche, how can you go in there and just do this simple search and see the questions people are asking? Now, once you've kind of gotten a feel for, okay, you know what? I'm seeing this question come up over and over and over and over. So this is something that they have a problem with. And now I can go ahead and create something for that. Now, the first thing I want to recommend for you to create is some kind of a free gift. We're going to need this when we set up our funnel. So your free gift could be, something as simple as, a free downloadable PDF or a free ebook or a free video course or something along those lines. Create a free gift that your ideal audience will want to get. Something that solves that pressing problem, or at least it solves the first part. I'll give you an example. I teach people how to blog. Well, one of the first thing you need to do when you're wanting to blog is you actually have to set up a blog. So I can create an ebook that walks you through the steps of creating a blog. All right? Think about that for your niche. Once you've done a little bit of research and you figure out what's the problem that you're going to solve, you create that free gift. Now, the example that we're going to be using in this presentation, the free gift that we're creating is going to be an ebook. All right. So number one, what pressing problem does your target customer face? And the second question for determining what that free gift can be is what's the first step in the process? And for me, it may be just getting the blog set up. For a biology blog with people that are failing in their class, it may be how to study for your biology classes. That's simple, right? It's the first step in the process. Okay, so number one, we have to create that free gift. Number two, well, we actually have to create the course. We can't sell a course that we don't have. Well, I mean, technically you can sell a course that you don't have as yet, but maybe you're creating that course. But generally speaking, you want to create that course so that you can sell it. All right. So your course may be something on building a business with a blog, which is what my training is on. Or it could be just kind of like a walk through your biology class and all of the different sections for a specific biology class. It could be like in my case, I had a study guide that was a human physiology study guide that I created. Well, that can be a course, and I've done that as a course that you could sell to your audience because it's something that they're struggling with. All right. So now that we have the preliminary stuff out of the way, we've done our research, we've identified a problem, we've created that free gift, we have our course, and now it's time to sell it. Remember I said the creating is the easier part, but now that it's created, how are we going to get it out there into the world, right? And we said we need to have a system, and the system that we're going to be using to set it up is your Autofunnel from GetResponse. All right, let's get into it. I'm going to give you an overview of the funnel. And this should not be a surprise based on what we said before. Number one, it's going to start with free gift. And you're going to have a landing page to promote that free gift that they can sign up, enter their name and email or just their email to get access to that free gift. In our case, it's going to be a free ebook. Then you're going to have an autoresponder sequence, a specific autoresponder sequence of 3 emails, and I'm going to walk you through those 3 emails. I'm going to walk you through setting all of this up. And then, of course, you're going to have a sales page. So right here, you can see, and I can point out the different things here that we are talking about. So right here, you can see in this step, hold on, let's get to doing this thing here. Make sure that I can point the arrow. There we go. Right here, you see, we have our course sales page that has been set up. Then we're going to have a confirmation page. That's going to be right over here. And then, of course, we're going to be making our sales. That is what it's going to be about. This is the overview of the funnel that we are going to be walking through. And we're going to walk through all of these steps so that you can get an idea of what goes into those steps. So when you're getting started and you're setting up a funnel, you go to create a funnel, you're going to see that you have a number of options. First of all, you want to give your funnel a name. In this case, I'm calling it my awesome course funnel. Now, of course, in your case, you're going to be a little more specific than that. And the option that I'm going to choose, of course, is to sell a product. So we want to create a funnel to sell a product. Next, it's going to ask me, you're going to get this pop-up that asks, okay, Leslie, what kind of funnel do you want to create? Do you want to create a full sales funnel, which, it goes through the free gift and then the email sequence and then the sales page? Or do you want to take people directly to your sales page? For what we're talking about today, we're going to go with a full sales funnel, because what we want to do is we want to get people on our list to get that free gift. We want to nurture them with emails because we want to build that relationship and provide them with value so that they do end up purchasing that course. All right. And when you go through that process, what I love is everything is right here. So here you can see some different demo things that I've done when I was setting up my demo store over here. In this case, I'm just going to go ahead and go with my demo blogging course for $197. If you need to add another product, you can add your product here. So it's simple to create a product. It's simple to create a store. As you can see right here, you can set the price and all that stuff. And right below that, you choose the payment processor that you're going to be integrating with. This is the one thing that you need to connect it to, right? Because you need to accept payment somehow. So you can use PayPal, you can use Stripe, you can use Blue Snap or PayU. I am biased towards Stripe. I use that for all of my payments, and it works very well for me. Okay, so you go through the process of setting this up. It's a pretty straightforward process. And once you've done that, you're taken to this magical page right here where you can set everything up, where you can, as you can see, create your sign-up page, where you can create your emails, where you can create your sales page, you can create your confirmation page, and everything flows to create your income. All right. So we're going to walk through these steps and you're going to learn how to make each step as effective as possible. So let's dive into that right now. So step number 1, create your sign up page. This is where you want to get people to sign up to get your free gift. In my case, we're talking about a free ebook. And what is awesome about this is that it's a really low barrier to entry. They don't have to pull out their credit card. They don't have to give you their telephone number, their social security, or any of those details. They can just enter their email address and maybe their name if you're asking for the name as well. I love to ask for name because I like to personalize my emails. They can sign up for that free gift because you're going to create your sign up page. All right. So we're going to click on create a sign up page. When you go there, you're going to get a bunch of templates. Now I'm just showing you a few of the templates that are available, and I am highlighting one template that I created specifically for you, so that you use this in your auto funnel. And the purpose of this online course success funnel is exactly what we're what we're talking about today. Get people from getting your free lead magnet, which in this case is a free ebook, but you can modify it to be something else. It's going to walk you through that process so that you can have every step of the process almost done for you, and you just got to plug in a few details. Okay, so look for the online course success template in all of the steps that we're going to be using. Now, there's another one that I created that's right over here. You can see it says blogging success course. And the blogging success course is basically me taking the same text, the same copy, and customizing it for what I would do if I were selling a blogging success course. So if you're maybe you're running out of ideas for whatever niche you're in, and you want to see, hey, what would Leslie say in this situation? Just check this out, see how I write what I write, and that'll give you a perfect example. But the one you're going to be choosing is, once again, online success course. All right, we're good so far. Are you guys still with me? If you're still with me, go ahead and type yes in the chat. I could tell that you guys are engaged. I can tell that we're getting value, but I want to make sure that everybody is still with me. Type yes in the chat. And we are going to continue as well. All right. The chat for me is frozen, so I don't know if it's just because I am not seeing. Okay, there we go. All right, we're back. I'm seeing a bunch of yeses coming. All right, good. You're still with me. Okay, so once you've done that, you're going to see template number 1. And this is your sign up page template that I've created for you that you can go and fill in the details. Okay, the yeses are going crazy. I love it. And on here, you can literally just click on anything to edit it. So you want to edit this section, click here. So free ebook, how to insert outcome here. And this is where you say, how to build a business with a blog, how to pass your biology classes. Then it has here, name reveals. So Leslie Sama reveals a step-by-step approach to going from whatever it is at the beginning, from not understanding your biology professor to having outrageously successful high grades in your biology class or something along those lines. All right. So right here, it's a plug and play. You just fill in what is the outcome? What's your name? What are they starting with? And where are they going to finish? All right. And then, of course, in this ebook, you will discover, and what it does here, let's get rid of that one right there. What it does here is it just kind of walks you through. Number 1, what you need to do before starting your blog. Number 2, the exact steps you need to take to get your blog going in the right way. And number 3, time-tested strategies for growing your blog audience, and maybe 10 ways to drive traffic to your blog, or to 5 ways to make money with your blog. Right here, you're just plugging in those details, and it makes it super easy for you to do so. So then you're going to have this section here where, of course, you can change the picture here to reflect your ebook, and you could change these details here, enter your name and email address below to get instant access, or you could just leave it the way it is. And if maybe it's not an ebook, maybe it's just a simple PDF report, well, you just click on here and change the text to send me the report, send me the guide, send me whatever it is we need, right? And that is as simple as it gets. Step number 2. Now we gotta have an autoresponder sequence, because this autoresponder sequence is really what's gonna get you to connect with your subscribers and introduce them to your product. So we're gonna have 3 simple emails in there, and you're probably wondering, well, but Leslie, do you have templates for that as well? Of course I do. I got you covered. All right. So email number 1, you're gonna deliver on your promise. If you promised an ebook, you're gonna give them access to the ebook. It's that simple. We'll also mention, hey, we also have this course, you can check it out. But here, the focus is delivering on the promise. Number 2, you're going to provide a quick but valuable tip. Now, the key here, we're going to go into the key in a second. And number 3, this is where we're going to do a direct pitch of the course. Now, why I love this sequence is because, number 1, you're giving them exactly what you said you're going to give them. That builds trust. Number 2, you're giving them such a valuable but simple tip that can have an impact. So now that builds the trust even more. And by the time you pitch them the course, they now know that they now know a little more about you, and they're going to be more likely to sign up. I see that Peter is saying, is this sign up page GDPR compliant? When you go through setting up the funnel, they actually have GDPR compliant options in there so that you can check and set it up and all that stuff. I'm not walking through that right now, but it's all in there. So I'm glad you asked that question, Peter. It's all in there. GetResponse does a really great job at taking care of that for you. All right, let's move on. So your autoresponder sequence, yes, as I mentioned, when you click on create an email, so you click on this button right here, it's going to take you to a page that's going to have a bunch of templates for emails. Okay, I'm just showing you 3. These are the 3 that I created specifically for you that you can use that do exactly what I just walked you through. Number 1 is going to deliver on the promise, so give them access to the free gift. This is going to give them a free tip, quick but valuable tip. And then this one is actually going to be a direct pitch for the product, for the course. All right? Now, what I want to do is actually, so so this is the course follow-up 1, course follow-up 2, and course follow-up 3. I also want to mention, just like we had blogging success template, we also have a blog course follow-up ones that you can look at to see, hey, what would Leslie write if you were promoting a blogging course using these exact templates? And just to give you an idea of a quick and valuable tip. So the tip that I provide in my follow-up when I'm doing this is I have a tip series, but one of the tips is very simple. When it comes to your blogging, batch process everything. Okay, batch process your content creation. Wake up in the morning and schedule 3 hours where all you're doing is creating content. Batch process your emails, batch process all of the different things that you're doing. And I give them some steps for how they can batch process in a way that's going to make them so much more effective with what they do. It's such a simple concept, but it has significant results. So that's what I walk them through in my simple tip. And then in the third template, you'll see that it just kind of walks you through how to introduce your product in a not so, of course you're selling, but it doesn't have that sleazy kind of salesman feel to it. It's just natural. It focuses on the value that it provides and the benefits that they get from that course. All right, so we have our 3 emails in our follow-up sequence. There are a bunch of other email templates that you can use, but this one is specifically for the purpose of selling online courses. All right. Now, I want to mention here as well that once you've added the first email, so you can see here, day 0, welcome email. If you come over here and you click on these 3 little dots here, you can always add another email. So that's exactly what we want to do so that we can have these 3 emails that go out. All right. Step number 3. Create your sales page. Of course, we need a sales page because this is what we're using to actually sell your course. And we want to make sure that it's optimized for your potential customers. This is the stage where, people get intimidating. You got to create a sales page and you got to put sales copy and how long is it supposed to be and what words should I use? And, oh, this is so complex. Should I hire a professional copywriter and all that stuff? Well, you can. And if you can afford to do that, I highly recommend it because professional copywriters are really good at what they do, and that can result in a lot of sales. All right, a lot more sales. But of course, I want to make it easy for you as well. I want to give you a template that you can use, that you could just plug in a few details. And we're going to go into more detail about this one because I think it's so important to get your sales page right. So we're going to come here and we're going to click on create a sales page. Now, once we've clicked on create a sales page, it's going to open up our template, and our template is going to walk you through how to create an effective sales page. Now, one of the problems that I've often seen with people that are creating sales page is what they do on that sales page is they talk about how awesome their product is. But here's the problem. Nobody cares how awesome your product is. Nobody cares about all of the features that it has. Nobody cares about that. What they care about is the problems that they are dealing with. Whatever it is they are struggling with, that is what they care about, and that is what you want to lead with. Are you struggling too? And then you insert the biggest pain point. Are you struggling to grow your blogging business? Are you struggling to come up with content for your blog? Are you struggling to pass your physiology class? Right there. If I am a person that is struggling in my physiology class and I come to this sales page, you know what I'm going to say? Yes, that is me. Yes, that is me. And that's exactly the position you want them to be in. You want them to start by answering yes. Okay, so you insert the biggest pain point right there, front and center. And then, are you struggling to whatever pain point number one is, a smaller pain point? Have you started your blog, in this case blog, but are struggling to such and such? Or do you, and what is the ultimate pain point that you are referring to? So I'm gonna make stuff right now on the spot. All right, I didn't plan this or anything of that sort. Let's say, are you struggling to pass your physiology class? All right, that's the main pain point, the biggest pain point right here. Then, are you struggling to understand your professor? Have you taken the class but are struggling to understand the complex words used in physiology? Or do you feel like, or do you feel like you just won't make it? If so, you're not alone. All right. Does that make sense? All right. We've kind of we're the problem. We're showing them that we understand their pain, because you know how we're doing this so well? Because we've surveyed our audience. We've called them up on the phone. We've sent them emails and we've asked them, what are you struggling with? And we've gotten their words, and we're going to take those words and use it right here. We're going to use it to help them. We're going to use it to serve them, because if they can get access to that awesome course that you've created, they're going to be closer to accomplishing their goals. And if they're struggling with these things, we want to let them know that, hey, it's not just you. All right? So lead with the problem. Number 2, demonstrate that they're actually not alone. So you can insert a stat right here to show them that they're not alone. Or you can insert multiple stats. So for example, one of the stats that I use on one of my blogging sales page is that I think 90% of bloggers or 80% of bloggers claim that they've never made $100 with their blog. And that's a stat from blogging.org. Right there, if they're struggling to grow their blogging business, I'm showing them that, hey, you are not alone. It's not just you. There are a bunch of other people that feel the same way. And here you can see it says, and it's not because they aren't working hard. It's that so many of them are working hard on the wrong thing. Here's the reality. What you're doing isn't working. And if you continue down that road, you'll end up like whatever it is, the end result of that stat that we just spoke about. You'll end out like the 80%, working hard, super stressed out, and not getting anywhere with your blogging business. All right? Because the fact is, if you keep doing the same thing over and over and over and expect different results, it's not going to happen. It's not happening, right? And you want to bring them to the place where they understand that it's not that they don't have the ability. It's because maybe you're working on the wrong thing or you're doing it in the wrong way. All right, let's move on from there. Now it's time to introduce yourself and let them know that you are the person that can help them. You found the solution. So fortunately for you, there's hope. My name is Leslie Samuel, and you tell the short version of your story, illustrating that you can help them, illustrating how you can help them. All right. So if you're if you used to be a struggling biology student, and all of a sudden you figured out the recipe how to study for these classes so that you can become an A student, you tell that short story. For me, I tell the story about how exactly what I told at the beginning of this webinar, how I wanted to be a university professor, but I didn't have a PhD. So I started a blog, and this blog opened up so many doors for me. It allowed me to become a university professor in a doctoral program. I eventually left that job so that I can teach people how to do exactly what I did. I tell them, that it resulted in me being on national television, talking about what I'm passionate about. You just tell your story to show them how, okay, maybe you struggled with something similar, but you found a solution. And that is what whatever your course name is all about. Do you see the sequence that you see the journey that we're taking people on here? It's not just about, hey, we haven't spoken about the product until now, because we want to show them that we understand their problems and that they're not alone and that there is a solution, and you found that solution. And now that you've set that stage, you can introduce them to the product. All right, so this is where you explain the contents of the course. And you can see here, here's what you get when you join whatever the course name is. Number one, first component. Number two, second component. And you can see what I did here is I kind of give you prompts. So this first one is learning oriented. What are they going to learn? But you're doing not just what they're going to learn, but what are going to be the benefits of what they will learn. Number two are results oriented. One of the best ways to ensure your success as whatever the goal is now we can talk about the results oriented benefits. And then, of course, this is just showing the first two because they couldn't fit all of it on the screen. But of course, when you check out the actual template using the online course success templates, it will give you some more prompts. And then, of course, you want to have credibility. You want to demonstrate your credibility. If you have any testimonials, this is where you want to use them. So not only do you understand their problems, not only can you show them that they are not alone and there is a better way, you found that way, and that is your awesome course, but there are other people just like them that were struggling with the same thing, and now they are experiencing the results of your awesome course. I see Maggie is saying, this is great. I am so glad to hear that. I'm so glad to hear that you are finding value from this, Maggie. Thank you so much for sharing. All right, so demonstrate the credibility with testimonials. You include your testimonials after you've gone through the sequence that we just went through. And then, of course, you make the offer. Now, the beautiful thing about this is if you're using the Autofunnel, it will actually just plug this in automatically. Like, you don't have to go and say, hey, what's the code for this software over here? It'll just be here. I did nothing to get this in here. It's just here. All right. So join today and get instant access to the course that will transform your entire blogging experience, that will transform your entire physiology taking experience, or something along those lines. You get the point. Whatever your topic is, whatever that thing you are helping them with, they can join today by clicking on Enroll Now. And when they click on Enroll Now, it's just going to take them to the checkout page. They can add in their details. They can put, most importantly, their credit card or their debit card details in there, and they can buy your awesome course. All right? Then, right after that, there's some people that are going to think, you know what? I'm not sure about this. I don't know if it's going to work for me. What if I sign up and it doesn't work? Well, the next thing you're going to do is show them that there is right there a money back guarantee. Right by that buy it now button or that sign up button, there's going to be this money back guarantee. Now, you can make that guarantee. Remember, on all of these pages, you could literally just click here and change whatever it says, and you put your own guarantee. And then, of course, there's another sign up button that they can click on right There. Now, we've now created our sales page. It was that simple. We walk through the template, we fill in the blanks, and when we fill in the blanks, we have a page that is ready to go. Now, when they sign up, they're going to land on a confirmation page, right? And we got to have something for them to land on. And fortunately, we have this awesome button, right there, that we can click on to add a confirmation page. When you do that, once again, it's right there waiting for you among the many other templates, online success course. And of course, over here you see, so this is the online success course. And then over here you see we have our blogging success course. That is just showing you, once again, an example of what I would do if it were for a blogging success course. So create that confirmation page. It's going to be very simple. When you click on that, it is going to then move to the next one. Let's make sure I'm going to the right place. There you go. It's gonna set it up for you. The process of editing it is exactly the same as editing anything else. You just click on it and you change the text, you change the images to whatever it is you wanted. All right. So that being said, let's review our funnel. This is what the funnel will look like when it's all said and done. You can see we have our free ebook once again. You can see over here it's showing us how many visitors we had to that page. Over here it's gonna tell us about the signups, the contacts, the sign up rate, and all that stuff. You also, I didn't even mention this, but you get the option of creating a pop-up, which is always good for your landing pages. Then we have our autoresponder sequence right here. We have our course sales page right here. Over here, you're seeing that I use Stripe as my payment processor. And over here, you can see the confirmation page. And people will start going on this journey right down here, all the way to, bam, making our sales. And that's exactly what we want. All right? And this is what it will look like when people start using it. So you can see we had 2,137 unique visitors. And as a result of that, we have our 148 completed offer, and we've just made $3,761. So let's bring it all together. The pre-work that we're going to do, we're going to create our free gift. We are going to also create our course. Then we're going to go through the 4 steps of creating the sign-up page, creating the autoresponder sequence, creating the sales page, creating the confirmation page. And now it's up to you to promote. And the thing that you're going to promote is your free gift. Link to it on your blog. Link to it in social media. Whether you're running ads or you're doing whatever, and I didn't mention this, but GetResponse also has a system with the autofunnels that integrates with Facebook ads. It's something that a unique feature that's added to this autofunnel. But you just promote your free gift, and people can start going on this journey that you've created for them. And on that note, that is the end. I hope you got value from it. If you got value from it, let me know in the chat. Just say yes. We are going to transition to Q&A. And let's go ahead and do that right now. My name is Leslie Samuel from becomeablogger.com. My free training is from idea to blog.com to teach you how to go from your idea to having a fully functional blog and a plan for your blogging business. And you can see how you can connect with me on both Instagram and YouTube, Leslie Samuel TV on both platforms. All right, I'm seeing a lot of yeses. Fantastic job. Thank you. Yes. Emma, Sean, Catherine, Nancy, Mohammed. Thank you so much. Glad you got value from it. So let's go ahead and transition to Q&A now. And if you have a question, you can go ahead and ask that question in the chat. Edek, are you coming in as well here, or do I just take the questions here?
Well, Leslie, I just wanted to say thank you for your awesome presentation. And yeah, basically, I just wanted to invite everyone to ask questions. So guys, if you have any question related to Leslie's presentations, now it's the time to type it in the chat. We'll be working with Natalia to to make sure that all your questions pop up. So yeah, here you go.
All right. So Deborah is asking a question. What if I offer a 40-hour video course? Is that possible to do via GetResponse webinars? So Irek, do you want to take that in terms of specifically GetResponse webinars? Or should I just kind of talk about you can, once you have the webinar feature, you can use the webinar for paid courses. You can use it for free webinars, whatever you want to use it for, right, Irek?
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
I'm just I turned my microphone off so that nobody hears me breathing. But yeah, whenever there is a question for me, I'm ready to pop in. But I'm just passing mic to you, Leslie.
Yep, no problem. Okay, so let's see. Jay is asking, what online course program do you suggest? It all depends on exactly what you're trying to accomplish. So with the GetResponse Autofunnel, that's going to set up everything that you need to sell the program, right? To sell your course. And then from there, you can, email them links to your courses in terms of what you want to use for the course. I mean, you could use anything from just having it in WordPress. All of my courses are done in WordPress. And then I just use a system for protecting WordPress. I've seen people do something as simple as just having a password protected sales works page, all the way to using platforms like Thinkific and many others. But there's no direct integration with other course platforms and the GetResponse Autofunnel. The GetResponse Autofunnel will get people through the funnel so you can sell this course using whatever you want. It will handle payment and all that stuff for you if you integrate it with Stripe or PayPal or any of the others. Tom is asking, how much does GetResponse cost? It all depends on your list size. It depends on which features you want. Highly recommend checking out the pricing page and you'll get all of the details of that. Let's see. Your course has to be hosted somewhere else, correct? Your course can be hosted wherever you want it to be hosted. So let's say you want to upload your videos to Vimeo and then you want to have it on a page. GetResponse will handle everything and including sending the emails and so on to get them to whatever it is you need to have it on. Let's see. Cheryl is asking, I just signed up for ClickFunnels and set up a funnel. Can I transfer everything here? Yes, you can transfer everything there. Can you get help transferring everything there? I'm not sure about what the migration process is like. I don't know if Irek wants to deal with that. But in the meantime, I'm going to say to Rico, who's asking, where should your sales page be located? That's a great thing, right? When you're using GetResponse Autofunnel, if you create a sales page with that, it's going to be at the URL that you choose in the Autofunnel system. So just for example, my sales page can be awesomebloggingcourse.gr8.com or something along those lines. You get to customize the first section, the subdomain, and then you can use any of theirs. So you don't have to pay additional for hosting or anything of that sort. Once again, all of the pricing questions, I am going to just refer you to the pricing page because it's so custom to your situation, depending on what you want and depending on the side of the list that you can do it. Someone here, Catherine, is asking, what do you like about Stripe over PayPal, for example? I like Stripe because it's just simple. It integrates with my order forms and it works. Back in the days, I used to run into a number of issues with PayPal, especially in terms of, I've had situations where they've put holds on my account when it was very inconvenient. I know they've made a lot of changes where that's concerned, but when I had issues with them before I moved over to Stripe, and it's worked perfectly for me. And I like how it just kind of works in the background. You don't have to take them. So when you're checking out with PayPal, usually you're going to leave the page, go to PayPal, fill in your details, and then come back to the confirmation page. I like having everything in one place and not having to send them to paypal.com/such and such. How do I get, Steve is asking, how do I get more traffic using YouTube? By creating valuable content on YouTube and optimizing it for YouTube search. YouTube is the number 2 search engine in the world, and it works very well if you are doing a good job. Now, this is obviously not a YouTube course, but I have a lot to say about YouTube because YouTube is how I built my biology blog, and it's why it went so well. But I just focus on creating valuable content that I know my target audience is looking for, making sure the videos are concise, they deliver value, there's no long pauses or anything of that sort, and it's as engaging as possible while delivering value. And then what I do in my videos is I link it back to my blog, or even better, to my free gift. So for example, what I'm doing right now, I have a free course at FromIdeaToBlog.com, as you can see on screen in front of you. When I create videos on YouTube about anything related to blogging, I can say in those videos that if you want to get my free course on how to get your blog started, or how to go from idea to blog, go to FromIdeaToBlog.com. With my biology blogs, I'd say if you want more resources like this to help make biology fun, head on over to interactivebiology.com. All right, so it's about creating valuable content, putting it out there, whether it's on YouTube or other platforms, and engaging people to come back to your lead magnet. All right. Wallet is asking, what is the best source to get traffic? There is no one answer to that question. It all depends on your audience. The best thing is to think about where your audience is. The people that you are trying to attract, are they spending a lot of time on YouTube? Are they spending a lot of time on Facebook? Should you be using Facebook ads to target them because they're spending a lot of time on Facebook? Figure out where they are and how you can create content on the platforms that they are. Another thing is, collaborating with other people in your niche. That's one of the biggest things that has resulted in success for me. Collaborating, connecting, coming from behind a blog, attending events and connecting with people in person. And those relationships have resulted in significant traffic over time. All right, let's see. Gail is asking, is this a live webinar or recorded? Fortunately, it's both, and we will send out the recording pretty soon. Let's see. Joel is asking, do you have a template for and how do you deliver the video courses? I don't have a template for that specifically, but with me, when I do video courses, I use Vimeo. I upload my videos to Vimeo, and then I embed it in a WordPress site that I send people to. Obviously, there's so much more that I can say about that in terms of plugins to use and so on, but that go way beyond the scope of what we're covering here. But you can, connect with me offline, off this web, not offline, but connect with me otherwise. Go to FromIdeaToBlog.com. Let's see, man, so many awesome questions. Maggie's asking, does Square work for payment? And Natalia responded, we are working on it, so stay tuned. Here's a great thing. Features are being added on an ongoing basis. That's one of the things I love about GetResponse. All right. Christine is asking, is there credit card payment like Visa and MasterCard? That's the cool thing, right? If you integrate it with Stripe or another payment processor, you can do that via Stripe. That's what I would do. I would have it connected to my Stripe account, and when people go to sign up, they put in their credit card details. They don't even necessarily know that they're using Stripe. They just came to your sales page, enter in their click the sign up button, enter in their details, and the next thing they know, they have access to your course. So yeah, it's really cool that way. And yes, as Carolyn is saying, both Stripe and Square take all major credit cards. Yes, so when that Square integration comes as well, that will work. Michelle is asking, are we able to embed video in this funnel? Hey, so I didn't show you all of the features of like the landing page builder and so on, but yes, you can add video. You can, just because you're set a template, that doesn't mean it's not a flexible template. You can basically add almost anything and expand it the way that you want to expand it. All right, let's see. Is it free to set up a Stripe payment processor account? Carolyn is asking. Yes, it is free to set it up. You get charged where a transaction is made. So there's no monthly fees. They just charge you, I think it's like 2.9% and 30 cents or something per transaction. All right. Jay is asking, is the link to the course on the confirmation page? You can put it on the confirmation page if you'd like. You can email it to it. Jay is also asking, do you suggest adding a video to a landing page? I love adding video to any page that I can add it to. And I think having videos on your landing pages and your sales pages are all good things. Remember, I'm giving you a template that you can use, but you can expand on that as you see fit. Let's see. Did I miss any questions? I know we only got a few more seconds left. So let's see if I missed any. I see a lot of very positive responses. So thank you for that. And thank you so much for sticking with me. I'm so glad that so many of you are here and that you got so much value in the content. And I think in perfect timing, we've answered all of the questions that are there with only a few seconds remaining. So Irek, I don't know if you want to close it off or how we want to do that, but I'll pass it over to you.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Leslie. So yeah, thanks for sharing so much practical knowledge with us, and thank you guys for joining us and being such an active group. So you're awesome. As promised, we're going to send you a link to the recording so that you have everything you need to put this knowledge to action. Yeah, thanks again, and we're looking forward to seeing you at the next GetResponse webinar soon. See ya.
Take care. Bye, everyone.